first experience, believe it or not, is probably like 14, 15 years ago. I remember reading about it in a paper or on TV or something like that. It was, talking about floating, must have been in America or whatever it was, I think. And I was only a kid at that stage, so I didn't look into it anymore or anything like that. But I remember thinking at the time, wow, that sounds cool kind of thing. Like it's, something that's going to make you chill out and that type of thing. So fast forward 15 years and started listening to the Joe Rogan Experience, which is a podcast. He's a comedian, a commentator for the UFC, and he's got an isolation tank inside his house, and he's always talking about just the great benefits you get from it. Along those sort of lines, that sort of piqued my interest again and started doing research and started floating probably 3 years ago, I think it was, and had a float then, went out. First experience was, something like I've never felt before, essentially. I lead a busy life, I work 40 to 45 hours a week, train in the gym, train jiu-jitsu, all that type of thing. So trying to find that little bit of space where you can just chill out and just not have any of the noise of the world, essentially, that everyone's got these days when you're working and that type of thing. So went up there and had a float, and it is like nothing you've ever experienced before. It's the silence, it's the darkness, you've got no sensory input, you just essentially lose yourself. It's just you and your mind there, and you're always trying to get something else that's going to help you chill out. I've tried yoga, meditation, massage, all that type of thing, but there's still always that sensory input, I suppose, you're getting from other places that you just, when you're in that flotation tank, it's just you and your mind, essentially. It just lets you chill out, and it's just, it's nothing like I've ever experienced before. So I recommend it to everyone, essentially. Yeah, you definitely need, it's like anything, you got to kind of practice to get good at it, I think. That first time I did it was, it was more just taking it in, and it's a little bit awkward at first. You're kind of floating around and you start hitting the walls and that type of thing, so you just got to concentrate to relax, and it's not a normal thing for us either to be left alone without any sensory input and not think about anything, so it takes that little bit of time to learn to switch your mind off, essentially. So that's not something that we're used to in everyday life whatsoever. So definitely the more floats you do, the better it is. It definitely takes you get better at it each time. You can start to switch off earlier in your float, as opposed to that first time where you just still, your mind's buzzing and you're doing all your normal life kind of things. So it takes us that little bit longer. Each float you get better, and you just get more and more out of it each time. I think everyone just in this life, like, we take this all the time. Everyone's in the gym working on the physical fitness, wanting to look good and that type of thing. You really need to focus as well, I think, on trying to improve your mental health as much as you do in the gym. You pencil time in to go half an hour to an hour to go do weights a couple times a week or whatever it is. I think it's really helpful as well to try to give your time and pencil in that time to work on your mental fitness, essentially, is what it is. So getting that all-round fitness on your physical side, on your mental side, everyone kind of forgets that bit. That's always in the media. It's all the magazines are about men's health, about eating right, working out right, getting your cardio fitness, but there's not a lot about mental health. And I think the float tank's perfect for that. It's just something that you can totally work on that side of it, the fitness side of it, mentally. And it's just something you can't find anywhere else, whether it's from massage or yoga. Flotation tank's really the best way to go with your mental